Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I wanted to highlight the latest and greatest pickups and then do a little shout out to veterans. Remember, it's a Veterans Day. It's coming up later on this week. But first, let's start with some cards, some value buys. I still continue to try to pick up deals, not looking to pick up anything that's too pricey. I'm still of the inclination that we're going to see things come down, continue to come down, and more deals to be had out there. This is the SP, this is the die cut. There's about a little over 200 of these, over 1,200 of the regulars, so the die cut are a little bit harder to find, maybe one for every five of the other graded. But I got this one for not even $6. I just can't, like, this is a classic case of a card that's totally been forgotten. Anyone that was trying to pick up Jason Kidd to try to prospect or try to get value is giving up on that endeavor. So got that for a wonderful price. Another Kidd piece right here. This is the finest rack pack. Also, I think I got this, minus shipping, less than $10, around $6. This is a really tough insert from that 94 finest. One in every 72 packs, you're going to get one of the rack packs. They also have a Grant Hill rookie in that. There's 31 of these. I have one raw, I have two of these graded. So of the graded version, I'm almost at 10% of the graded copies, which is crazy that I'd just be able to have this fall into my lap. I mean, wasn't even aggressively looking for it. It just popped up and I won it on a small bid. Another rare piece, this Flair Rookie Sensations. Truth be told, I had a card like this, Flair Sensation, and a Mint 9 saved for a buy it now, like $54. I thought, wow, that's a deal. These have really come down. Yeah, I think the offer was sent to me. Hey, buy this, for about $50. And I thought I'll just wait. I didn't pull the trigger on it. And then the other day, someone had this a starting bid of $24, and I won it on the starting bid of $24, and really shocked at how low it had gone down. Ray Allen's cards are. I'm a big Ray Allen collector, so I needed that in a PSA slab. So I was glad to see it. Got my daughter right here to the side of me, and she really liked this card. I do too. This New School Tim Duncan. I think I paid a little over $10 for it from a Probstein auction. It's got a nice little shine as a Topps insert. Not a big ticket item, but a cool card. And Duncan cards are priced affordably as well still. Here's a case of bundling up a card. Got this Boselli rookie, and from 95. I mean, I'm really not that interested in it, but for $3.50, bundled it for 50 cents, shipping and handling from a Probstein auction. It is hand numbered out of 4,500, 3,350. Just a cool piece, a die cut, cool piece from the mid-90s, a Hall of Famer. Another 90s Hall of Fame die cut numbered card. This is a Charles Woodson UD3. This is the die cut Future Shock. It's a cool looking card. Picked it up for the minimum bid of $10. On the back, you can see the serial number here. It's 442 of 2000. I know it's probably not a high popularity or high desirable card, but that's cool. Cool Woodson piece. Sticking with that 94 rookie theme, a very low-end UD Encore. This is a checklist. Randy Moss. It's got the refractive finish on it. Kind of a foilish type thing. I got it for about $4 with shipping and handling combined. That's why some of these reaches, I'm always trying to at least get one or two more cards on there to justify the shipping and handling costs is what they are. Here is a couple cards that I picked up from Probstein auction. I got the X-Fractor Matt Ryan, and I also got the Refractor Matt Ryan. Cool cards. Love the 2008 design, and get a couple of these rookies. Matt Ryan, not a big collector of Matt Ryan. Probably I think these are my third and fourth of his cards, but he's got over 60,000 passing yards. Will probably, once he gets healthy again and starts playing again for the Colts, probably reach that 400 touchdown passes milestone, which he's pretty in rare company. Played in the Super Bowl, but lost to the Tom Brady in that amazing comeback a couple years ago. But couldn't go wrong with those, and really like the Refractor and the X-Fractor from that. Let's move on to some baseball. A really cool star date from the 97 Skybox EX 200 or 2000. a cool inset from a set that I think will only gain popularity in the future. It's got a really beautiful card. These are real popular in the basketball world. These are the least least rare, so the most common of all the inserts from that set. 1 in every 9 packs. So not a hard card to get. You can get this card raw anywhere from $2 to $4. I picked this up for a $10 bill plus shipping and handling, which I was glad to get. And looking at it, it presents extremely well for a 9, or excuse me, for an 8. I say that because it could very well be a 9. This card is very clean, sharp corners and edges. Didn't look like much surface issue going on. Front and back look really good. Really good. I'm just a head scratcher. This is probably overly graded, and looks better than that 8 for sure. Here's another card I got for a $15 bill. This is probably about the limit I'm paying for sports cards here, with this X-Fractor Derek Jeter 2013, excuse me. Like I said, I'm a fan of the X-Fractors, and I remember opening up 2013 Topps Chrome. Didn't buy a lot of it, but I did open a box, I think, of it. So I always try to get a box of Chrome, a blaster box at least. Cool card, Jeter card. It's in that CSG slab, the new slab. $15 is what I paid around for that. A 9.5, and they're tough graders, so I mean, maybe the centering is smidgen off, but it's a cool card to get. All right, now on to some Veterans Day pieces here. Always been a fan of Colin Powell. Always wondered what would have happened if he had run for president. I suspect he would have been an excellent candidate. Would have had a good chance of winning. I had this card or another one like it saved in my eBay search queue for, and it was running around $75, $80. And I thought, how that wasn't that expensive. So maybe someone gave me a best offer on it, taking the typical 5-10% off. And I just kind of kept it there. I didn't pull the trigger. And once again, one came up for auction, same type, this American, Outstanding Americans autograph card. So I was able to get it for under $40, which is one of the more bigger ticket items I've bought from this PSA slab perspective. But I can't go wrong with that. Great American general. And then what was he, Secretary of State back in the day. So somebody who's definitely served his country well. And great leader too. He's written a lot of good books on leadership that I've followed and read. And admire him. I'll just leave it at that. So last piece, nothing PSA graded, but a really cool piece. Family connection to this as well. What we've got here is the Paul Tibbets, and then the Tom Farabee. Paul was the pilot of the Enola Gay when it dropped the bomb on Hiroshima in August 1945, ending World War II. Well, beginning the stages. Eventually, it would be one more bomb dropped on Nagasaki. That would, by the boxcar, that would end the war, but was the beginning of the end of the war. And really cool piece. Tom Farabee, who had the duty of dropping it as the bombardier, he later on in life said he hoped he made the right decision. He'll know one day when he gets to heaven, and if he made the right or wrong decision. But he justified it in the sense that he saved a lot more lives by dropping the bomb than were taken that day. It's just unfortunate that so much innocent life had to be lost. But looking at the big picture, many more lives would have lost. Could be estimated even more than maybe even 1 million more lives would have been lost if the war had continued. And with Japanese approach to never surrender, even at the expense of civilians, manning a pitchfork and charging U.S. soldiers storming the beaches. It was going to be ugly if we had to invade the island of Japan. And they ultimately ended it, although and not the way we would have wanted, with still the only country to ever deploy a nuclear weapon on a civilian populace. But in the end, it had to be done, and it was done. It's history. My grandfather worked at the Martin bombing plant where the Enola Gay was made, and he was in charge as a foreman of the Bombay assembly section. And he was challenged one day with pulled him in the office and said, "We need you to make a Bombay assembly to these specifications. Once again, larger than the conventional specifications for those bombs." And it ended up that he helped design and build the Bombay assembly for the Enola Gay. He didn't know it at the time because obviously that was all very classified. the mission itself, and only after the fact did he realize what he had played a part in. But I never did talk about it, never did mention it. It wasn't until his funeral that it was mentioned, his role in that part. So a little bit of family history there, and a part of American history coming into Veterans Day. So once again, everybody, I appreciate your posts, your comments, and I'll talk to you again soon.